Padawan managed to get his tail in the red and blue paint for the American flag jar. So I had to corner him in the bathroom and get a washcloth and he but he stood still once I started working.
Check. Okay.
It was funny though. It was red and
Do
blue.
you have your microphone on?
I do, right here.
Okay. We're gonna check.
Check.
Okay. You're bubbling up. We got a Bob on here, and we got a Carl Floyd up in Kansas. We got a D.W. Lowe. We got a Neil Morgan. We got a David in Kyushu.
Howdy.
Howdy! How nice of y'all giving us a nice friendly howdy. The traditional greeting here on Perilous Island.
I'm a little more used to an Oklahoma hello.
I'm not exactly sure if we're allowed to do that. Probably ought to move it off to the side. I really don't know what the rules are for that.
Better family channel.
Better safe than sorry, though.
Will you get me a water then?
Sure.
I'm a little on the parched side of life.
And the wonderful thing about this is that it's already been opened.
Yeah, I know. I saw backwash water.
Ah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good water right there. Look at her drinking on camera. Oh, prohibited.
No, it's not drinking that's prohibited. It's slurping and going.
Doing that. So wait.
Oh, some good water.
So it's that right there. What you just all of that.
That's what.
That's all the prohibited stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I'm glad that we have an example.
And eating food.
I'm glad that we have an example. Check. He says, "Howdy, folks. Howdy from the Tucson. So glad you could join us today. What is it, darling?
Huh?
I don't have my glasses on.
That's probably a problem.
We'll get by. I got you here for backup. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. Give them a number 4 preview. Look at some of the cool stuff. Look at some of the cool stuff that is scattered out before us on the table of joy and delight. All right, not too much. Get them off of there. Get them off of there. That's all behind the paywall.
We don't have a paywall.
We can pretend. We can print
it in.
No,
we can't because people will be like, ugh, gross.
Oh, gross.
Just like I think when I see a paywall.
I don't know even what a paywall is.
I mean, you can't read the rest of the story until you sign up and subscribe.
That's a paywall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just anything. Like, oh, sorry, you have to pay to get
Got a Verjeski, got a Bride G, got Red Mist.
I refuse, and I will Google it illegally.
Do we have to pay for Dave's OnlyFans to see that stuff? That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
You know, I Googled for funsies.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, for a friend. Just asking for a friend.
No, I was curious.
Okay.
But the average person does make about $100 to $150
per month. On OF, is that what you're talking about? Huh. Well, that's probably that is probably skewed a lot by people like me that have really high OF.
No, because I specifically
and then there's people that have really,
asked
really
for like
low.
Normal people, like what is like the normal, not the high range,
not the average, not just the average. What is a normal?
What is an average person?
Yeah.
And it was 100 to 150.
Well, that's.
But then they made the caveat that there are a lot that don't make anything, so don't get your hopes up.
Oh, well, I make a pretty penny off of there with my shoe pics. Take pictures of my shoes.
Was they like in mid doing different things, going to the beach?
Oh, we got a Sean Hudson on here in El Paso, Texas. It's 8 o'clock, and that means it's time for us to say Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy on the main stage.
Hi.
So this is snazzy. This is like snazzy. This
Snazzola.
is some snaz. I'm like snazzing all over this.
And it's really not reading as quite as poppy as it really is.
Yeah, this is bright and shiny and full of bursting delight. This is like,
I mean, it's like a neon slap you in the face and
yeah,
say howdy.
it's really bright in here. That actually does look a lot duller than it is. It's I'm not gonna say it's fluorescent because it's not, but it's just
But it's close.
it's pretty bright sticker. It looks really cool. Really pops. Really pops. And let's see. So
You too can have it for only $59.99.
what?
5 payments of $59.99. They're high end. Fluorescent costs a lot of money.
Fluorescent costs a lot. I think we just give these away for free. I think that's how.
Fine,
it works.
don't make
So
money.
I guess if look, it's one of those things.
Oh, look. That was a Philbrook Museum.
Oh, an LG refrigerator. Oh,
See,
how nice.
See, they're telling us we need a fridge.
Oh, excuse me.
Fools that they are, we actually need a stove.
That is true. We're in the market for a stove. So, scenario of the month for May, wrapping up the final touches on that. So that'll be is on track to go out in about a week. So the May. How are you guys enjoying the scenarios of the month? Have you played some of them? I know a couple folks have actually posted games that they've played. So we hope you guys are enjoying them. If you have suggestions, I know Bob has mentioned he'd like to see some superhero stuff, so we are going to try and do like a superhero-esque sort of scenario at some point during the 2025 series. But for the next two, not for May. For May is already in the, what does that say? 5 payments. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of 9 digits in that. Bob, that's a little too much, sir. Will look great on my game room fridge. There you go, Red Mist. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So glad you guys could all show up for today. So I hope you all are making plans. So Bessy, tell us the dates again. 16th through the
16th, 17th, and 18th.
16th, 17th, and 18th are the dates.
16 is a half day.
16 is a half day. We'll probably show up noonish, so probably not a lot going on the 16th, so mostly the 17th and 18th. I would love to get some feedback from y'all about things that you want to do again
and ideas that you possibly have
and ideas that you wish we would do. So share that feedback with us, because it's important to us that that y'all are coming and having a good time at Pulpalooza 2025, the second year of Pulpalooza in Slice and Dice Pizzeria in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What is it?
Oh, I'm gonna let it go.
You're gonna just let that one go, huh?
It's really hard.
Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
It's the same way I feel.
You do not know how much I have been forced to watch Frozen over the last week or so.
Has she changed to Frozen?
Yeah,
she likes the TV show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she also likes the Rapunzel.
She's
TV
been
show.
big into Rapunzel before that.
Yeah, yeah. So.
But Rapunzel has a white horse, so
yeah,
can't go wrong.
Named Max. So. As far as the goodie bags that you got for the last Pulpalooza, I think you had your custom name cards. Is that worth doing? Because that's something I actually have to go in and like manually do each and every card individually to make them chiseled out of stone. I have to whittle the cards out of wood, which takes nearly a week and a half for each individual card. So.
Custom name cards were great.
Okay, all right. Do you still have it, or was it tossed away in the trash? Did you keep your flyers? Did you keep your
Poster?
stickers? I don't. Did we do?
I thought we did like a.
We did a mini poster
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, yeah. We had says yes, he liked his custom game card, name card. Kept mine, says Bob. Better get started on the new cards. They do take quite a bit of while. I have mine taped to the fridge. Very good.
Who throws out things?
Who throws out things? Not me, Clyde. Not me. No, sir.
Now, if it came in a box, I keep boxes like it's my job.
Yeah.
I might need the box from my iPhone that I had about 8 years ago.
So we'll probably end up doing the custom name cards again. That seemed to be something that folks liked. So that will be something that will have to be done kind of well in advance. So if you're going to get one of the custom name cards, and I don't know, I guess I should have had an example here to show you, but basically all it was a playing card that will have like the Pulpalooza 2025 stuff on it. Yeah, there should be one around here. Huh?
I feel like I've seen one. Like
there it is.
There they are.
There they are.
Like
okay.
I see it every day.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah. Of course, they're inside the diapers or the condoms.
Why do you say it like that?
What?
What?
What? They're inside the. So that's what the custom name cards look like. Like each one of them has their own number at the bottom, and your name, whatever name you choose to give, Bob, if that is your name. So those are individually made, and then there's like the thanks for your support on the back. So there's something on the back of it anyway. Now you don't have to get one of these. Like you don't need a name card at all, right? And then there's the one for
the one on the back. I think is blanks.
The WMD. I don't think that was the blank. I think for the blanks, all I did was I put a bar through it so that you could write the name in there.
Gotcha.
So you don't even have to have a name card. It's not like you have to check in at the security desk or anything like that on the way in.
I will allow a second Dave Phipps, but I would ask that you put.
Was that Bob? Is that what Bob asked?
That was Clyde.
Clyde, you sneaky dastardly fellow, you.
He's dashing.
He's dashing. He is dashing. So David from Kyushu, I expect you'll be making the trip to the pilgrimage, we'll say, to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's not really that far, I mean, when you think about it. So I don't want to hear any, oh, it's 5,000 miles from me.
That's not his voice.
That was pretty, oh, that's 5,000 miles from me.
He's not a dog. Just 3 plane flights away.
Just 3 plane flights.
Fun fact. Bessy is not my real name.
Bessy is not her real name. No, that is actually documented fact.
That is,
yeah.
I'm giving you a little bit of the histories.
Yeah, that was.
That is not.
Yeah, that is an alias. Boys and girls. That's from your old wrestling days, though.
It goes before that.
Oh yeah, even before that. Yeah.
Way back.
So scenario of the month for 2025, we're releasing a brand new scenario each month. Hope you guys are enjoying it. It has a little story at the first, like a little 1-page introduction to kind of get you amped up for the scenario.
Oh my gosh.
And they're fairly beefy. What?
Dennis Cross said we're looking into grabbing train tickets to join in the fun this year.
Oh, how awesome is that? I thought, we actually looked at trains. Dennis, are you up in Kansas?
He is.
Yeah. We actually looked at tickets for trains to take it to Albuquerque. And one of the options that I thought of was actually driving north into Kansas to jump a train somewhere up in there. I don't remember exactly where, but anyway, we ended up making more sense to just drive, but taking a train was one of the options that we actually looked at. Nay took a train last year, but she took it from Michigan. Yeah. So that's a heck of a try, a way to go. Witness protection. Yeah. Um, so if you're not signed up for the scenario of the month, you ought to be. Get signed up. It's you get a brand new scenario sent to you via email. Bessy sends those out every month to you to get the new scenario of the month, and they are rolling on. New scenario every month, so lots of fun. Mm-hmm. I thought about maybe we would go back and start playing some of them. On our Sunday games. Maybe that would be fun to start playing some of them during our Sunday games. I can't read anything.
He said, I think it would be more comfortable to pay for a train ticket instead of trying to jump one.
I guess if that's how you live your life.
I will be honest, we have watched several train jumper videos of travelers. It's fairly interesting.
Prickly staff. Oh, well.
What? What did I miss?
Bessalina. No, not even close. Not best. No, not even. Not even in the same ballpark. Not even. Right in our hometown. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sci-Fi Sunday. I really enjoyed the sci-fi game last Sunday. So I feel like I want to do another sci-fi game this Sunday. Not sure what the leagues will be or the scenario. It's not Saturday night at midnight, so how would I know any of that stuff?
That's true.
So
that's true. We never do anything in the
previous. Flying by the seat of my pants, but it is Mr. Sean Peck.
Yay!
The Peck Tech himself.
The Peck Tech himself
on Sunday. So
be prepared.
I'm hoping to work the magic rules into it. I intended to use the magic rules last Sunday for the solo game, and then the day kind of crumbled around me as I was trying to get set up, and we had all the technical issues and couldn't get online and yada yada.
I think we dominated your Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was both days were kind of, my time is not my own anymore. So
we called dibs. Sorry about you. Should have called it.
Yeah, but I am going to try and work the magic rules in. And the idea is that it's almost treated like a cyber warfare sort of skill. That it's it could be psionics, it could be psychic abilities, right? But it could also be cyber warfare where you're, attacking their cybernetics and their things like that. So it could be kind of like Netrunner-ish or something like that. And we'll kind of get into it more hopefully on Sunday and show you what my idea there is that magic abilities are frequently very close to technology in many ways. So we may start shipping the South of the Border and the Exogenesis and the blank cards before the end of June. I'm sorry, before the end of May. We were targeting June. Right now, I'm really kind of just waiting to coordinate with Chris Abbey at Sally Forth in the UK, and once they're ready to start shipping, and that's I'm not blaming them because they had to wait on me to send them the files and everything, so they're just a little bit behind where I am. So as soon as they're ready to start shipping, and hopefully before the end of May, we're going to start shipping out these cards because I have 2 new projects in the works, and I'm calling them this. Look at what I have here.
We're still doing pre-orders for them, yes?
We are still doing pre-orders, so don't miss out on these. We have the South of the Border deck, which is 50.
Hi, Frank.
50. Hey, there's a Frank on here, and I see a Ptolemachus. Who did you say, Greg?
Me?
Yeah, did you say
I said
Greg?
Frank.
Oh, you said Frank. Okay. So the South of the Border deck, it's 50 character cards, and you saw a bunch of these cards. We actually used these in last Sunday's game, a bunch of these. So, you can easily fit these into just about any sort of setting. But the artwork is sort of an Old West, south of the border sort of thing. And then we
That's
have
never stopped us before.
That's exactly right. Then we have the Exogenesis deck, and this is a first. This is really cool. This is worth getting really for the 9 extra asset cards that are in there. So you have 9 asset cards that are in there, in addition to the 41 character cards plus 9 cool asset cards, including the Turbo Encabulator.
Every time we talk about this, I desperately want to watch the videos and then I forget.
Yeah. And then we have the new pack of blank cards for folks that like to create your own cards. So this is a brand new blank that I, threw together for this specifically just to give it updated. So that takes us to these little gems.
Ooh,
so this is something
babies.
that you have not seen. I've talked about this briefly in the past, but so these are prototype versions of 2 brand new packs that I'm thinking about making. And what these 2 packs will do is these will replace all of the old all of the old first edition packs, such as the Phantom packs and the Shadow Legacy, Pact of the Agonali, and Secret Charter. So what these do, they actually draw on some of those cards. So what I went through is I went through some of those old cards and I picked out some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that I wanted to do on this is to think about making them as playable as possible.
Yep.
So I'll see if I can come up with an example. Let's see. Oftentimes, here, something like this. Well, I can go through all of these with them. I mean, they're really cool. I think they're very easily played. So the big thing that I wanted to do on these was to make them as playable as possible so that, they're not cards that are just going to sit in your hand, mm-hmm. that you're actually going to use them frequently.
Playable and very different scenarios.
Yes.
Different settings, different things.
Also,
usable.
Also making them easier to use mm-hmm. in co-op play as well.
Absolutely.
So looking at co-op play, at versus play, and making sure that they're as playable as they can be across the scope. Now, just because we're going to cancel, and yes, we are going to stop printing the classic first edition packs because we are, and there's cards in there that aren't worded as well as they could be. Mm-hmm. There are cards in there that kind of still work off of some old first edition rules mm-hmm. that don't really cross over to second edition, and you kind of have to make some adjustment here and there. But I'll show you some of the cards. I'm not going to.
No, so these are only additional to the starter deck.
Right. Yeah. This is what you would add in.
Like add-ins.
Yeah, you would just shuffle these in, like you do the.
So they don't replace the starter deck.
They don't replace the starter deck.
They're just
the starter deck
fun.
the starter deck is the second edition starter deck, and you continue to use the second edition starter deck. But for those of you that would like to expand on your starter deck,
and some of these are really fun.
Yeah, so for those of you that would like to expand on your starter deck and add a few more cards, that's what these are for.
And they feel very different in a lot of ways than than just the
classic. Check this out.
Set.
I can imagine using this card. After you roll for any skill, re-roll all your dice. Can't get worse, it says. Right? You've had one of those rolls where just nothing, you roll like 5d6 and get, like 1 success or something. This card allows you to re-roll all of your dice. Double up is when an enemy or a vehicle suffers hits. So we're talking about vehicles here as well. And it doubles the number of hits. I'll take that. After a fortune card is placed on the discard pile, you can retrieve that card and put it in your hand. How much fun is that? You got this. Before a character rolls for a challenge, you can raise or lower the difficulty of the challenge by X, your choice. So you don't actually know what it's going to be. You have to play that X. Fortune's Flip is a fun one. When an opponent plays a fortune card effect, the effect is canceled, and you add their card, the card that they played, to your own hand. Not only do you cancel it, but you add it to their hand. It only seems fair, right? They played it on you. Now you're gonna not only are you gonna cancel the effect, you're gonna pick it up and add it to yours. Now, currently, there are more cards in these stacks than what we're actually going to use. So we are currently playtesting these cards to kind of thin them down.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to have some. We are going to have some possibly have some play immediately cards.
Mm-hmm.
So this one says, can't see a thing. You must play immediately. Line of sight is limited to 6 inches until the end of this turn. If line of sight was already limited to 6 inches, then you draw a card. So here's hostile. You must play immediately. Deploy an NPC. So some sort of monster or something like that. Miser's Hand, hands down. Play. So there's several of these. I think there's 5 or so there. I don't know that all of them will make the cut. There's Hold On. After a character goes down, or after a down character fails a recovery check, you can play this card to keep them in play, to get them to the next turn. Not even close. So this is a fun one too. After X is drawn, so all of those cards or those abilities that require you to use X, you draw an additional X and add it to the total. So that's kind of fun. So you can have a bigger deal there. I'm okay, push off. And then these are kind of fun. These are probably Bessy's least favorite cards in there. But you guys tell me what you think, because I really like these. There's Chest Wound, and of course it has an idea. I don't know if it's specifically the names.
No, it's just the names. It's not the.
You just don't like what it does.
No, it's just the names that it's not. It has nothing to do with what the actual.
Okay. You just don't like the name. So it's chest wound, leg wound, arm wound, head wound. So to me that makes sense, right? To me, having those in there is a fun little thing. Oh, look, you got a chest wound, or oh, look, you got a head wound, or a leg wound, or right. To me, that makes it kind of fun and interesting. But I understand not everybody sees it the same way. So though. Either maybe we'll change the cards or change the name.
Of all the names, they're not my favorite.
But I wanted it to be obvious what it was. I guess I wanted it to be, because I find that amusing. I find it amusing to hit somebody with a head wound. Oh, look, you got a head wound. See, to me, that's fun. So we're running out of time. So real quickly. And I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but we have been dissatisfied with our online store for a while. Mm-hmm. And we are not, me particularly, I am not tech savvy enough to really fix anything or change much. I can only do what I can do, and that ain't much. So what we are looking to do fairly soon is shutting down our existing store and starting a brand new store, possibly within a week or tomorrow. Either way, whatever happens, happens. But so what we were trying to decide is whether or not we wanted to continue using the domain name or the page name of store.pulpalley.com, or if we chop the store part off and we just called it pulpalley.com. That also means that we're going to get rid of the old pulpalley.com web pages as well, and we're going to get rid of all of that stuff, because honestly I get around to updating it or looking at it like once every 5 years. Once every 5 years, so it's always like way out of date. And it's just more than I can really keep up with. So if we got rid of the pulpalley.com, if we just went to the store name of pulpalley.com, I don't know. Are you guys going to get lost finding that? let me know some feedback on that. But if you try to go to our store, our current store, and it errors out or something, don't be too surprised, because that just means that we're getting ready to switch over to the new thingy.
Yep. We've been working hard on it.
Yeah, yeah. Pulpalooza, join us for Pulpalooza. It was something else. So that. Was it? That's all I got on my list. So I guess that's it. What do you think?
Well, certs are notoriously tricky to find in pockets, so I don't feel bad about. No, it's not going to be on Squarespace. Are we saying what it's on?
No, right now we're building it for Shopify. So we looked at Squarespace, we looked at a lot of different options, and Shopify seemed to cover the bases that we wanted to go with. So what we're doing, and it's well underway right now, where we've got Bessy did an awful lot of work getting the products uploaded, and then
You're working on
we're working
some
on
of the graphics right now and the
my
pictures
brother
and
used to work at Shopify. Very nice, really. Shopify. Why not add it to your OnlyFans page? Well, that's because it's behind a paywall, sir. You know that. You know that as one of my subscribers.
That's one of your top tippers.
So one of my top, is that what they're called?
I have no idea.
As long
top
as
fans?
As long as one of my top fans, you know darn well that it's behind a paywall, sir. Paywall, whatever that means.
Plus, they take too much of the money.
Oh yeah, 72%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went up to 72. So
they're rough.
I don't hardly see any of that money. I see very small amount. Which reminds me, the other thing was the T-shirts. So we have something going on over at T Public.
Yep, T Public.
So we put up links, and you talk about something that you get nothing off of. I think we made like 13 sales and made $13. So we're like, woohoo! So we're definitely not making any money off of it. But for those of you that would like to get shirts,
yeah, all kinds of
you
stuff.
can get all kinds of cool stuff. You can get coffee mugs. You can get
some of it's a little weird.
Travel tumblers.
Like the travel mug tumblers are in the same thing as the mugs. You have to click the mug first, and then you can change it.
Yeah,
so they're not separate. Yes,
yeah,
because I
the
was
drop
like,
down. You have to go to the mugs.
Yeah.
And then do the drop down to get to the travel mug. That's exactly right. I'm glad you pointed that out. Also, posters. If you actually wanted a early version of the Pulpalooza 2025 poster, you could get that through T Public. Now, I'm not saying that's a good idea, and I think it's something like $6 or something for a single poster. So chances are, if you're going to Pulpalooza, I will have some posters there. So hopefully you guys will be able to give you guys some posters when we get there. Yeah. Full size, big wonkin posters,
humongous,
like these.
8 foot by 10.
That are 11 by 17 is what these are. I'm not sure what size the one on T Public is, but I also wanted to let you know I put a T-shirt on there for Pulpalooza 2024. So if you wanted to get a commemorative Pulpalooza 2024
retroactively
T-shirt, so that's available too.
Oh my gosh!
And it has what's the name?
Charlie and I are planning on it, looking at planes, cars, and hotels.
Oh my gosh. That would be so awesome.
If I got to
Carl
see my
Floyd
Charlie
says again.
I
know. Over the next couple years, I hope that we're going to be able to start traveling a little bit more, and it will open us up where we could do more traveling. This year, with the current travel ban that I still have on effect, I can't fly. So that pretty much means that we're limited to places that we can drive.
Completely scrubbed your history card yet.
Right. It'll fall off in another couple of years, though. So we'll keep in touch. More information. If you're thinking about going to the Pulpalooza, there is a whole separate group set up for that. Now, there's nothing wrong with putting Pulpalooza chat on the Pulp Alley Players group. So don't feel like you can't chat about Pulpalooza over there because everybody wants to know about it. But there is a Pulpalooza closed group. I think it might be like a private group. I'm not exactly sure. But there is a private group for just Pulpalooza. So if you're interested, you have questions specific to that, and you don't want to put it over on the players group, then you can put it over on the Pulpalooza group if you can figure out how to join. Should maybe put a link or something.
He did take too many war discs on the plane once. He tried to
Whatever. I tell you what, I don't put up with people frisking me.
Except if they pay for it.
Unless they pay extra. That costs extra. And they didn't want to put it in the tip jar, if you know what I mean.
You know, we're going to let it go. I could say something?
What do you have to say? Just the tip.
Okay, we're done. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for playing along this evening. We'll see you soon. Come join us at Pulpalooza.
Adios.
Come join us at Pulpalooza. Play us out of here.